100 years. 100 years of debate. 100 years of theories. 100 years of unanswered questions. Did George Mallory and Andrew Irvine summit Mount Everest on June 8, 19? We've examined the evidence, we've studied the timeline, we've searched the mountain, we've found Mallory's body, but we still don't know. And honestly, we may never know. This is the story of the questions that refuse to die, the debates that won't end, the mysteries that keep us awake at night. Let's talk about what we don't know and why it matters. Question number 1. The most obvious, the most important, the one everyone asks. Did they reach the summit? We've discussed the evidence, the missing photograph, the goggles in the pocket, the position of the body, the oxygen calculations, the second step problem. Some experts say yes, probably, maybe. The determination was there, the skill was there, maybe they found a way. Other experts say no, impossible. The technical difficulties were too great, the time was too short, the equipment too primitive. But here's what frustrates everyone. The evidence points both ways. For every argument supporting a summit, there's an argument against it. It's a perfect stalemate, a perfect mystery. And until the camera is found, it stays that way. But let's dig deeper, because did they summit is just the first question. There are others, equally fascinating, equally unanswerable. Question number 2. If they did summit, what happened on the way down? Because here's the thing, even if they reached the top, they died. Something went catastrophically wrong during the descent. Was it exhaustion? Did they push so hard to reach the summit that they had nothing left for the return? Was it oxygen failure? Did their primitive oxygen systems fail at a critical moment, leaving them hypoxic, confused, unable to think clearly? Was it the weather? Did conditions deteriorate? Did darkness catch them? Did they get lost in a storm? Or was it a fall? Did one of them slip? Did the rope break? Did they both tumble down the mountain? Mallory's body suggests a fall. The broken leg, the broken rope, the position. But was it the fall that killed him? Or did he die first and then fall? We don't know. Question number 3. What happened to Andrew Irvine? This might be the most haunting question of all. Mallory was found. We know where he ended up. We know roughly what happened to him. But Irvine vanished. Completely. His ice axe was found in 1933, at 8,100 meters, but his body? Nowhere. Is he above Mallory? Below? Did he fall into a crevasse? Is he buried under decades of snow? Did he survive longer than Mallory? Did he try to descend alone? Did he make it further down before collapsing? Or did he die first? Did Mallory try to save him? Did Mallory continue alone? We don't know. And without finding Irvine, we can't know. But here's what makes it worse. Irvine was 22 years old. 22, his whole life ahead of him. He followed Mallory, trusted him, believed in him. And now he's somewhere on that mountain, alone, forgotten. While Mallory, at least, has been found and honored, it seems unfair. Irvine deserves to be found too. Question number 4. Why was Ruth's photograph missing from Mallory's body? This is one of the most debated pieces of evidence. Mallory told Ruth before leaving, "If I reach the summit, I'll leave your photograph there." When they found his body in 1999, the photograph wasn't there. Missing. Does that mean he left it at the summit? That he fulfilled his promise? That he actually made it? Or did it simply fall out during his fall? Did it blow away in the wind? Did it get lost somewhere on the mountain? The photograph's absence proves nothing, but it suggests something, and that suggestion drives people crazy, because if he left it at the summit, it's proof. But if he lost it, it's meaningless. We can't know which, and that's maddening. Question number 5. What were Mallory's final thoughts? This is impossible to answer, but impossible not to wonder about. When Mallory realized he was dying, what did he think? Did he know he had summited? Did he die satisfied, knowing he had achieved his goal? Or did he die frustrated, knowing he had failed, knowing he was so close but didn't make it? Did he think about Ruth? About his children? Did he regret leaving them? Did he think about Irvine? Did he feel responsible for the young man's death? Or was he too hypoxic to think clearly? Too exhausted to feel anything? Did he just slip into unconsciousness without awareness? We'll never know. His final moments are locked in his frozen mind, silent, forever unknowable. Question number 6. Could they have survived? This is a what-if question. Pointless, but irresistible. What if they had turned back earlier? What if they had more oxygen? What if the weather had held? Could they have summited and returned alive? Could they have been the first? Could they have survived to tell the story? History would be completely different. Mallory would be the hero, not Hillary. The narrative of Everest would shift backward by 3 decades. But they didn't survive. And that's the reality, the tragic, unchangeable reality. Question number 7. Why do we care so much? This might be the most important question. 100 years have passed. 2 men died on a mountain. Tragic, yes, but people die on Everest every year. Why are we still talking about Mallory and Irvine? Why do we care whether they summited? I think it's because their story represents something bigger than climbing. It represents human ambition, human indetermination, the refusal to accept limits. Mallory famously said, "Because it's there." That simple statement encapsulates the human drive to explore, to push boundaries, to achieve the impossible. If Mallory summited in 1924, it means a human being with primitive equipment and no modern technology conquered the highest point on Earth through sheer will and determination. That's inspiring. That's powerful. That's worth remembering. But even if he didn't summit, his attempt matters. His courage matters. His sacrifice matters. We care because Mallory and Irvine embody the best of human spirit. The willingness to risk everything for a dream. Question number 8. Should we keep searching? This is the ethical question, the practical question. Irvine has been missing for 100 years. The camera has been lost for a century. Multiple expeditions have searched, found nothing. Should we keep trying, or should we let them rest? Some people say stop, respect the dead. The mountain is their grave. Leave them in peace. Others say continue. We owe it to them to tell their complete story. We owe it to history to find the truth. I understand both perspectives. There's no clear right answer. But I think most people lean toward continuing the search, not obsessively, not recklessly, but opportunistically. If climbers are on Everest anyway and they happen to search the areas where Irvine might be, that seems reasonable. If new technology makes searching safer or more effective, that seems reasonable too. But dedicated expeditions that risk lives just to find a camera? That's harder to justify. The search should continue, but carefully, respectfully, without risking more lives. Question number 9. What would Mallory want us to know? If Mallory could speak to us now, what would he say? Would he want us to know whether he summited? Would that matter to him? Or would he want us to focus on something else? The journey, the effort, the attempt. I suspect Mallory would say the summit doesn't matter as much as we think. What matters is that he tried, that he pushed himself to the absolute limit, that he refused to quit. Success isn't always about reaching the goal. Sometimes it's about how hard you tried, how much you sacrificed, how far you pushed. Maybe Mallory would say, stop asking if I summited. Ask what you're willing to sacrifice for your dreams. That's speculation, of course. We can't know, but it feels right. Question number 10. Will we ever know the truth? The final question. The ultimate question. Will the camera be found? Will Irvine be found? Will we ever know for certain what happened on June 8th? Maybe. Technology improves every year. Search techniques get better. Climbers cover more ground. Someday, someone might stumble upon Irvine's body, find the camera, develop the film, reveal the truth. Or maybe not. Maybe Everest will keep its secrets forever. Maybe some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. And you know what? I think there's something beautiful about that. The mystery keeps the story alive. The uncertainty keeps us thinking. The unanswered questions keep us engaged. If we knew for certain that Mallory summited, the story would be over, closed, filed away. But because we don't know, the story continues. Every year, people debate. Every year, people search. Every year, people care. Mallory and Irvine live on through the mystery, through the questions, through our refusal to forget them. Maybe that's enough. 100 years of unanswered questions, 100 years of debate, 100 years of searching. Did George Mallory and Andrew Irvine summit Everest on June 8th? We don't know. We may never know. And maybe that's exactly how it should be. Some questions are more powerful unanswered. Some mysteries are more meaningful unsolved. This is one of them. George Mallory, Andrew Irvine, June 8, The Unanswered Questions, The Eternal Mystery, The Story That Never Ends.